did you think about Kent Bazemore's game tonight and just being in the right place at the right time, creating opportunities? He had the bucket that tied this game, sent it to overtime. He had the bucket in OT that gave you guys the first lead of the game. What did you notice about the competitiveness of Baze tonight?
I mean, that's one thing he always brings is energy and effort and competitiveness. And like you said, he was in the right place at the right time, all night. And the way that they were defending and who we were trying to target on offense, he found the openings, attacked the rim. He made some big threes early in the game to kind of keep us in it. And then the second half, he was just scrappy, finishing in the rim, getting steals, offensive rebounds. He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife tonight, and we needed it without Draymond, obviously.
How much can a comeback like that in an overtime win, when not everything went your way? I mean, what can that do for you guys as you go now on a road trip and try to get some more momentum?
It just gives us a chance to win 3 in a row for the first time this season, so we're excited about that. It's the little things, and obviously with how the game went tonight, with Draymond being a late scratch, we were shuffling around trying to figure out rotations, and it was weird because we got a lot of open shots all night, myself included, and just couldn't hit the broad side of the barn. But we scrapped and we competed defensively down the stretch and gave ourselves a chance to keep it close and build momentum and get back in the game, and then obviously win. So got to carry that, on the road with us, and we have a prime opportunity, Friday, Saturday to keep it going.
How good do you feel right now when you hit Kelly Oubre open in the corner on the wing and he rises up for 3?
I mean, it's always been the right play, and he's shooting the ball a lot better, and it's just a matter of creating good shots offensively for everybody. So even that last possession in regulation, I was trying to get ISO. They trapped, threw it to Baze. He made the right play, swing, and it was a good look. So those type of possessions, if we can create those throughout the course of the game, that's good for us. And then we're all getting better at understanding what's a good shot, bad shot, drive, kick, swing, make the defense react, and guys being ready to shoot.
These are so good at being able to shake off bad shooting nights the way you are. When you're missing, and being able to turn around still late in the game and knock down the shots when you guys need it.
It's utmost confidence that it'll fall eventually. I probably took 5 bad ones, I'd say. The rest of them were, off the dribble and rhythm, or, catch and shoot wide open. I just was missing. So not losing confidence is huge, and understanding that eventually I'll find, the right rhythm, the right look, and make a big one. And thankfully it happened, in the regulation and in the 2 in overtime. So I try not to think about the percentages during the game when, damn, I missed about 17 of these. Let's, that doubt can sometimes creep in. You got to kick it out and just, shoot with confidence and keep shooting.
Tonight, Aisha tweeted dagger. How often do you guys talk after games, and what's that relationship like after a big win like this?
That's my wife. We talk all the time. What do you mean?
I mean, like how? Well, yes.
I hope she's the first person I call after games.
I mean, her being awake at late hour. You're getting home kind of late, right?
It's the utmost support for sure. I mean, you about to try to get me in trouble over here. Of course, I talk to my wife.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steph, this may be an hard question, but do you feel like ideologically this team may remind in some ways of the We Believe team, and maybe have the same postseason? That would be nice.
Not really. I mean, we have established a high level of success, and they were a very special, unique team that had their amazing time and place, and we carry that spirit, and we've carried it through these championship runs and all that. But this is an entirely different team where we're trying to build, and I think we have high expectations for where we can be at the end of the season. So it'd be unfair, honestly, to compare that teams of this last 5 years and this team. We all have our unique space and story and narrative.
Mark has the clutch points.
Steph,
Go ahead.
Steph, speaking of back in the day, in game 1 against the Spurs, Bays hit like a huge layup. You remember that shot?
Yeah.
Compare that Bays to the guy who's with you now and just the journey y'all have been on. My bad, Brother Haynes. My fault.
He's grown up a lot, and he's been through a lot. I think, he was just a great teammate, had great energy, was trying to find his way in the league when he first showed up, but he was a fan favorite because he always was engaged and locked in, and knew, if his button was called, that he was going to be ready. And that play you're talking about is a prime example in the middle of the second round, playoff series as a rookie coming in, getting big stops, making a huge transition layup, trying to get us over the hump. And now, 8 years later, he's grown up a lot and carried all those experiences since he's left here, and has made him who he is. And so I feel like he's in that mode where he expects to be great, with all that experience and that veteran kind of swagger. And tonight that's what showed. And we love to see it.
Steph, Mark Haynes from Clutch Points. All-Star Week, the All-Star Game is coming up soon. Are you considering entering the three-point contest? And if you did, would you be interested in the NBA moving the center rack to a logo rack?
All good ideas. We'll see what happens, to be honest. Nothing, haven't committed either way yet, but that would actually be an interesting change for the three-point contest in terms of seeing people's range and the conversation of how deep can guys shoot it consistently. So we'll see.
How do you feel about an all-star game this season?
It's inevitable, and I know in terms of the conversation on either side, this is a business, and we understand that. We know what we all signed up for. I know even for me, there was a lot of concern when, the conversation came up in terms of player safety and how they were even thinking about logistically setting it up. And I know they spent, 3-4 weeks trying to figure it out, and things are still shifting. I honestly don't even know what the week, those 2 days are going to look like, but we know it's happening, so and we know we're required and expected to be there, and that kind of is what it is.
The short-term memory that you have on the court that enables you to, always believe in yourself for the next shot. How and when did that develop?
You play enough games and go through enough experiences, you know what it's like to kind of feel a little lost when shots are falling, and how you mentally react to it, and what you can do to keep your confidence and stick with it. There's not a specific moment. It's just bred over time, knowing I put a lot of work into it, and I feel like every shot's going in, and it's a surprise when it doesn't, and being able to even course correct mechanics and stuff like that in the middle of the game. So it's just it's been shooting since I was 9. You got to be able to figure out how to get through some bad shooting games.
How did your mindset change when you found out that Dre wasn't going tonight?
It changed a lot. We've been picking up a lot of good momentum, and he's obviously been playing amazing as a playmaker, and we've kind of settled into a certain look on offense. We obviously know what he brings defensively. Never take that for granted, and it's hard to replace on the fly. But offensively, it required us to kind of dumb things down a little bit and play more matchup offense, where you're trying to kind of exploit matchups and attack that way. And I think the first half was a little shaky, understanding we're so used to having Dre up there or orchestrating the offense and getting guys in the right spots. And over the course of 48, we obviously figured it out, but we'd much rather have him out there.
Great. All right, we're going to save Carlos. We're going to last two questions are for Vern. Vern's on here for a specific reason. Vern, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Steph.
No pressure,
I'm working on a story, March Madness, and my question is about the close knit relationship between the Curry family and the Brink family.
We with Cam at Stanford, we've seen her since she was a baby, and obviously her mom and dad's my godparents. It's pretty awesome to having watched her grow up in the game and watch me and my brother play and seeing her just come into her own as a talented high school prospect and now a highly touted freshman at Stanford. So just love watching her play, love everything about her. She's been playing basketball for a very long time.
You've seen her game develop over the years. I mean, as she's evolved, I believe she's 6'5", something crazy like that. How has her game evolved? And is it true, whenever you were in the area, you would sneak in to watch some of her games?
Oh yeah, when she was in Portland for sure, I go watch whenever we go play Trailblazers, and I think I saw like 2 or 3 of her high school games, so that was cool. But she's skilled and talented, and as she kind of sprouted up in her height, she kept that skill, and it's evolved. So it's there's no surprise why she's made a smooth transition to the college game, dealing with the physicality, the speed, and all that. Because she can shoot, she can dribble, she can do it all. So just excited for her.
And finally, last one for me. Do you have the kind of the brother or sister kind of sibling type relationship? Like she could text you something way under her mind, you could give her advice. Is it like that?
Always, and we even worked out, over the course of summer before she started her freshman year, and we'll probably continue that. 'Cause, she lives about 8 minutes away from me, so it's pretty cool that things have aligned like that. It just sucks that I haven't been able to go see any of her games in person, knowing how close we are because of all the COVID rules and all that. But hopefully before she leaves, that'll be a regular occasion.